I have a spot here that I know used to be an issue. There was a dent here, and obviously I've worked this whole section, which the body line was kind of wavy, but I do have some good references. What I'm calling reference surfaces, the metal here, it's nice and straight. I'm gonna use guide coat and I'm gonna spray it on. I'm not using the dry powder stuff right now because it doesn't stick to metal very well. So I'm gonna use the aerosol, which does. So if you're deciding, you know, which one to buy, if it's one or the other, consider that. Give it a couple seconds. I'm gonna use a block that bridges between the good stuff, the reference surfaces as I call them, and I'm gonna go in an X pattern. If I were to use a block, a small one, say like this, what I risk is taking down the bodywork. That's fine and good and all, but I'm not bridging enough between the good stuff, and what I could potentially do is go too far and make a divot, and then I'm chasing my tail and I have to go back and redo what I did, and you know. So I'm gonna work the guide coat, and I'm gonna pay attention to the area, obviously, that I'm working, switching it up, but I'm gonna pay special attention to my reference surfaces. I notice that it's coming off of my reference surface. This and this area is my reference surface. But what is happening is that it's leaving the guide coat behind here. So that means that this area is sitting too low for my paper to get. And no matter what, if I keep going, I'm never gonna get to it unless I sand into the metal. And if you're working body work, you're gonna sand out the body work that you've already done. If you're sanding on primer, then you're gonna sand down the primer too far, and you don't wanna do that. So you do have to use your head just a bit here. So what that tells me is that I need to put some glazing putty or some filler in this area and then sand it again.